Man, I'm not trying to glamorize the fact that I'm right. And normally I wasn't supposed to do this video until the reviews start coming in because I know how the reviews are going to turn out. But I guess the internet's going wild because certain reviews are coming out, not as in the people like Jeremy or Chris guy doing reviews. It's their typical thing, and it's saying like this movie is terrible. And it is saying the same thing that I saw when I saw the trailer. Cartoonish, silly. I really saw, like, it's weird to me is there are people who get into that, you're a Zack Snyder fan and all that. I'm like, people, this is about not being some silly shit. It's just like, shouldn't you have learned from Justice League 2017 that you cannot do this with DC? Shouldn't you have learned that? It's the same thing for Trump. There's people, I don't click these videos where it says mega are upset that they were betrayed. Everything he's doing now, he's done in 2016. He did literally nothing, caused inflation, had people wearing masks and on our cars, dragging them into cars. All this is the exact same thing, a moves of a dictator. And to me, it's just weird because I was saying from 2016, this dude was trying to be a dictator. And then the news 5 years later is like, we think he's trying to be a dictator. The point is, I'm like, not just about Trump, I'm talking about there's certain things that are pretty aware of. Like, you can literally see that, as in Superman trade, I'll stick it on that. It's bad. But it's disappointing because people. I did a little things to try to get me to see this movie on the first day, because I really felt like I'm losing it. If you don't know my situation, I haven't went over it yet, but I will. But for people who just knew, like, why am I losing it? But. And it's just sad that, I did all this, trying to do connection and all this stuff for me to see this movie. And it's really like, I want to see this movie so I can, gloat of how bad this movie is. I don't really think it's going to be like really bad. I just think it's just going to be a disappointment like Justice League 2017. That's why. But I'm really hoping it's not that bad. That I came out of theater like, what the F did I just watch? And I was saying in my review, who directed this movie? And I just kept saying over and again, over and over again, who directed this movie? Because it was just like coming from that old Ninja Turtles into Ninja Turtles is called The Ooze or something. And I'm like, The Secret of the Ooze, I don't know what it's called. And they're like, these are totally different movies. What happened? It's just like, and it was weird, like, Water Brothers, like, they were fighting, trying to say, oh, one more thing, I'll say what I felt like was a big hint that this movie, it was going to be really bad later. I mean, from the trailer, I already knew, but it was like Water Brothers are under like fire. It's like, no, we want Disney style. It's like Trump voters. No, you cannot do that with DC. You cannot be with Carnage and make him whatever the hell they did with Carnage. You cannot do that. But the one thing that had me thinking, oh, and they must know there's something wrong here. It's the same thing that happened with that Bond movie where I forgot who did Bond movies. But when I heard about Sony about to buy Bond, way before the movie came out, I'm like, oh, they know that this is not a good movie and they're out of ideas. They don't, they're just giving this to Amazon. So I hear this thing about Sony wants to buy DC or something, and I'm like, they know like there's something wrong. It's kind of like like they know like there's something wrong here, and that's what I feel like. But I'm not one of those people that think Sony, they make crappy movies because Morbius or whatever the hell people keep talking about on the internet. But yeah, that was something like, I wonder if that's true, because I'm like, I imagine the internet would go crazy because they are going, like hateful towards it because of other movies. But yeah, it's that, yeah. But the thing is, all I'm saying is the point is, this is not a shocker. Same as the whole Trump thing. This is not a shocker. And it's just weird. It's just like, I don't know what it is where you get people so angry and want to believe in something that is clearly like they should be clearly notice certain things. You know, like how can somebody be tricked to think this movie was good? Like you really need to look at yourself if you couldn't figure this out from looking at the trailer. And same as Trump and all that. You need to look at yourself. There's a reason why your life is where it is. There's a reason why no girl wants to be around you. It was a life that you made yourself, that you wanted to believe, and you wanted. And the thing is, like I made mistakes. I want to believe people are good and all that, blah blah blah, and it really got me like behind and stuff. But the thing is, I see what social media wants to believe in. I'm like, no, this is some shit. Like, no, I was never that dumb. You know, I think it's really dumb for me to believe in people like the way I did. But no, this is what you want to believe in is just something like clear, like, wow, I can see why, girl want to be around you and stuff. But, but anyways, I got to go. But yeah, it's, internet's going a little bit wild now, talking about all the movie's terrible. But to me, it's like, it's not a shocker, but it is annoying because I did a lot of connections to get me to see this movie. It seems like I will get to see it, and it's kind of in a way I still need to get my mind right, so I kind of need something. So, but I'm not, I'm going there like I feel now. It's like whatever, like even I hear reviews like this is crap, this and that, from when a review started coming out. I'm like whatever, whatever. What do I got next? I'm waiting to see Fantastic Four because Galactus is my final person besides Brainiac. Brainiac was my least one. It was always Carnage, Darkseid, and then Galactus. It was in that thing. Brainiac, he's just whatever. Bane was probably one, before, but now I give up on Bane because that Dark Knight Rises suck. If you don't know that, idiots. But yeah. I don't even want to, I have not clicked these videos of people saying, it's out, people, it's out, that this movie sucks. I haven't clicked these videos, like, those titles. I don't know what those titles are. I haven't clicked them. One was a hate channel that I don't click. And then hate channels, yeah. But anyways, I'm expecting the hate channels to love this movie. So if they're saying it, there's certain ones I know when they want to, and when they want to praise a movie, I know it's going to be a bad movie. I did a video like that. It's like anytime this one specific hate channel says, I see the title, I don't click his videos, but he says, man, this looks good. It turns out to be bad. But anyways, I got to go. But disappointed myself because, but I'm still seeing it, people. I need this, and So what was I finishing saying? So Fantastic Four, I don't want to see because of Galactus. Is there anything else? I'm just gonna go see how you. I know what you did last summer, or whatever. Oh yeah, I wanted to do a video joke around saying, but be serious. I know what you did last summer was racist. Like, do they have anyone with color in there? Anyone? But I just whatever. Because it does feel weird to watch movies like that when it feels like those swarthy like white people getting killed. It doesn't feel, and then it just feels like because it feels like it's like they're doing this like this stuck up girl. I think she was opening up presents. Says, I hope this is money. Everyone wearing pink or something, and it feels like I just want you to die. So I really don't care about you because what you see them in the real world, they think they are above a lot of people when they're not. But so it's just kind of like I'm still saying it. What else is there? I don't know. This month, I thought this was going to be a big month for me, but I only like so far. Ballerina is number one. Second place is probably Jurassic World, Rebirth, and Mission Possible are kind of in that close. But it's just my girl. I talked to her today. She said, "Which one were you like more, Ballerina or Mission Possible?" She said, probably Ballerina because it didn't take forever. So I had to, so those are the only whatever movies, So like I said, one more thing. I'll say it now. Maybe I should do this a separate video. I wanted to say is why movies are sucking now is when people talk about original movies, like we need, what about why we keep doing these remakes? I think we are seeing these original movies, and sometimes we do get those original movies, but they bomb in theaters, which is one reason. But I think, because I kept wondering about these Netflix movies and these Amazon movies, why these suck so bad every single time? Because I think these are the their own original movies, and that's really how good they are, and that's they're trying to, but so it's not really about Netflix, Amazon doing bad movies. These are people trying to come up with their own original movies, and they can't do it, and they keep having bad movies. But that's what I just was wondering, thinking about when I was watching The Guard 2 and that other Amazon movie that came out with John Cena. Dun 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 dun. I had to do that to remember his name. All right, peace.